The Firebird is back! And for 40 points of awesome, it can be yours too. This behemoth is equipped with 335 brake horsepower, 430 foot-pounds of torque, 3,550 pounds in weight, so very hefty, and a 6.56 litre engine. You can also find this thing in Forza Horizon 4, where it's actually a pretty decent car, and I've got to say it does look pretty decent on here, especially with that little pointed bit in the middle. Going to the side, it does look pretty cool, and I love the way the lights look at the back. Going to the inside, we've got a few dials, nothing too special going on in here. What is special is what's going on under the bonnet, so let's go ahead and take a listen. So here we are now in the upgrade shop, and of course we're jumping straight over to conversion, over to engine swaps, and we have quite a few for this thing. We've got ourselves a 6.2 litre V8, a 6.7 litre V8 turbo diesel, a 7.7 litre V12, a racing 7.2 litre V8, a 8.9 litre V8 dual supercharged engine, and everybody's muscle car favourite drag engine swap whatever, the 7.4 litre V8 twin turbo with 1,750 brake horsepower. For the stock engine, you can go ahead and also twin turbo or supercharge it if you wish. I'm going to supercharge mine. Going to aero and appearance, I've got a feeling it is plastic for the front. For the, no, not the bonnet, we'll get to that in a minute. To the back wing, it is just, well, I don't know, it's a Forza rear wing, but it oddly suits this car, I don't get it. Now to the bonnet, we've got ourselves a little sort of, oh wait, the first option is to have the engine out the bonnet. I'm not used to that, but okay, cool, whatever. Second one is of course to have this little thing and a little, well, not so little massive intake on the front. Much like every other car in this sort of recent series, you're able to go ahead and raise the tyre profile size. But I'm going to go ahead and just put mine on some semi-slick tyres and take this to A-class, and I'll be right back. So a little bit of upgrading later, we're now sat here at 2,935 pounds with 445 brake horsepower, and we're sat at A-class with A782 and all that for just 42,900 credits. So going over to the paint shop, we've got nothing in advance, but going to manufacturer colours, we have got quite a lot, so much like the Chevrolet. Let's try and see if I can get through all these in one breath. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 different colours this thing, and I don't understand why we have this shade of green in. It's good, but it's also a bit eh. And of course, the Horizon ketchup red that we all know and love. But as a little nod to my Forza Horizon 4 video where I also checked this thing out, I'm going to go ahead and paint it in this blue. Now, yeah, you heard that right, this thing was back in Forza Horizon 4, and it was also available back there as a, I believe it was a playlist only car, much like it is here in Forza Horizon 5. But the one thing is, we can shove a lot more power into this thing than we can back in Horizon 4. Its limit back then was only 1,100. Unless that's changed in a future update and I'm just very dumb. And away we are going. We are back to the Descenso Dorado Sprint, which is honestly probably my favourite race to do out of pretty much all the road races, just because it's, well, fun. We've passed quite a fair few people, we've still got a lot left to go. Let's see how it does on corner number 1. Sort of on and off the power is about the only way to get this around there, but it does actually handle fairly nicely, which I'm honestly really surprised about. Then again, it would handle nicely after I've just held a load of upgrades at it. Can we get past the javelin? Or at least I think that's the javelin. And come on, get them in the corner, get them in the corner, get them in the corner. Yes, that was a pass that worked. I didn't think would work, but it did. So going through the twistier section of this race, we've got ourselves actually a pretty decent amount of handling. There's a lot of grip there. It's also really nice. Top speed isn't exactly fantastic, but let's face it, this thing's built to be a race car at the moment. We'll get to top speed just a little bit later. You know what, we're that far away from everybody, we can just do a quick cheeky little drift around the here. There we go. And we've still got plenty of space to spare. Like always, 95%. We are going around the final turn and across the line with a beautiful first place. And what is our time? Let's see. 2 minutes 10. Not too bad. Let me know if you beat it. So after a pretty decent performance by this thing, we're going straight back to conversion. We are going to all-wheel drive. I can already hear the immense amount of Americans who are probably very angry with me. And we're throwing in 1,750 brake horsepower. That is going to be absolutely insane. But we also need two other things. Firstly, yes, while we can put this thing on white walls, which does look pretty cool, we're not doing that today. We're doing drag tyre compound and going ahead and, of course, making the fronts a little wider. And the rear ones are already massive. But we're also going to go ahead and upgrade the tyre profile size, and maybe we'll just sort out the front rim size a little bit. So here we are now with basically 3,200 pounds, 1,750 brake horsepower, and nearly at the top of S1 with 892. So here we are now in the middle of practically nowhere. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of a wheelie check out of this thing. What do we get? Not much, so I'm now a little concerned. Either way, here we are now over at the edge of the drag strip. Sadly, there was no Viper for us to race today, but let's go ahead and get the launch control ready, and away we go. Let's go ahead and see what we can get out of this thing. Hopefully something pretty decent. It's got the exact same horsepower as the Nova, but it weighs just a little bit more, so I'm expecting maybe some lesser results out of this one. And 210 is not too bad, and off the edge of the runway, 236, and of course nothing will ever break. I should be used to this by now, but I'm really not. And now let's go ahead and get this thing prepared for the road. We're going to jump the rim size back down, and of course we're going to go ahead and change the rear rim size, or rear tyre profile I should say, back down. And we're going to go ahead and also slap back on some racing suspension. Now if you want the drag team for this thing, go ahead and let me know, because I haven't actually got it made yet, but if you want it, I'll make it. However, before we go anywhere, if you've not seen the last video, here is this week's Forza shop. We've got the number 37 Pro 2 truck. We have got the pencil dress of the person's name who I don't know how to say, so I'm really sorry. We've got the thumbs up emote. We've got the Deberti drift truck, the Horizon wheel spin, and the Horizon super wheel spin. Alright, now we are here at the edge of the motorway, so let's go ahead and floor it. Let's go ahead and see what we get out of this thing. Hopefully it's something good, because if it's not, then all my hard work upgrading would have been for nothing. Alright, can we make the turn? That's the main question. Can we make it? Oh my god, that was close. 261.90 miles an hour. We've still got the downhill and speed camera to go. The Nova hit 276, so hopefully we'll be able to get close to that going down here. Let's go ahead and find out, shall we? Our camera should be just there, 269.52. Going downhill, 271, 272, 273. Oh my god, turn. Please don't want to fall the bridge. Thank you. And on the brakes we go. Thank you for that, transit. That was very helpful. Now I go back to the festival because I can't remember what tyres I put on this thing. Yep, that's what I thought. I'd left it on drag tyres. Oops. Okay, now here we are back over at our favourite drift zone. So in we go. Let's go ahead and see what score we get out of this. We are very, very sideways. Some would say maybe a bit too sideways, but this is still a pretty good amount. 40,312 points and a lot of sideways. And we managed to get a direction change in there without hitting anything. I'll see, at the rate I drive, I think that's the first. Now here we go, heading back the other way. Let's go ahead and see if we can pull off the same amount of ridiculous sideways. Probably not as much. Let's go ahead and see what we've got. Oh, make it 39,193 points. Not too bad at all. Now, while I have my Sylvia as my main drift car, which you always see at the end of my videos, in fact, probably you'll see it at the end of this one too, this could become my sort of American version, I guess, because this thing is honestly a lot of fun to drive, and I highly recommend going and picking one up for yourself. It's only 40 points. It might just take you an hour or two though. But who cares about what time it takes? This thing is fun. And that's the only thing that I'd like you to take away from this video, is this car is definitely worth getting. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching. I'll go ahead and see you all in the next one. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Check out. See ya. Now if you'll excuse me, I have a cruise to do.